Hello Earthlings, Kibby here. So Australia has a bit of a reputation for its strange and dangerous fauna. Everything from nearly invisible jellyfish that can stop your heart by just brushing up against you, to giant flightless birds that will remind you that some dinosaurs did not go extinct. However, as someone who lived there for half a year, I have to say it's not the horrifying monsterland the memes make it out to be. Yes, those animals that can kill you do live there, but there's animals that can kill you everywhere. As long as you're not stupid and leave the animals alone, you'll be fine. That being said, there were a few experiences I had while living there that were genuinely scary. But before I tell you those stories, the art you're seeing in the background is another character of my potential webcomic, which I'm getting less confident that I'll actually get around to do. I'm thinking instead of a webcomic, I might just do this kind of thing, drawing just a major scene from the story as I tell you it in a video. I'll still tell funny and entertaining stories from my own life, just mixed with other videos of my original story. If that sounds like something you'd like me to do, let me know in the comments. And while you're down there, you can check out my Redbubble, linked in the description. So this first story was actually more scary for my dorm mate than me, but her reaction did make me genuinely worried while it was happening. For some context, the dorms we were staying in had no AC. And the only way to really cool your room down was to open this little door that opened to these tiny balconies we all had. Which of course meant that there were times when a small animal might try to get inside from time to time. Mostly just small frogs and lizards, but occasionally something bigger might try to get in. So one night I was relaxing in my dorm when I heard the most ear-splitting scream come from down the hall. I and a few other people ran out into the hall to see a girl burst out of her room and give us a look of absolute terror. After making sure she was okay and letting her friends calm her down, the rest of us went to see what had scared her so badly. We all huddled together as one person slowly opened the door to reveal a solitary kookaburra just sitting on the balcony. Apparently the girl had a phobia of birds, and when she saw it flying towards her open balcony door, she understandably freaked out. Still gave the whole floor a collective heart attack for a minute there. The next story kind of requires a bit more context. So in one of my classes, I had to help out with a study on the distribution of small vertebrates in the outback. This mostly involves setting up traps and going out to catch and identify frogs. The thing was that most amphibians are nocturnal, so we had to wait until dusk to catch any of the frogs. And the best location to find them was a small pond that was about half a mile away from the road. Getting there wasn't that hard. All we had to do was follow the path through the trees. Getting back was a different story. After we had finished getting a good sample of frogs, we started our way back, but should have been a matter of following the path back to where we parked the Jeep. That was if we could actually stay on the path. Remember, we arrived at the pond around dusk and stayed for a few hours. So by the time we were heading back, it was completely dark out, and the only light we had was a handful of flashlights we had brought with us. Not to mention the path itself wasn't exactly clear, being rather narrow and surrounded by grass and shrubs, making it very easy to end up going in the wrong direction and getting lost. Which is exactly what happened to us. We got very lost. At one point we just stopped because we had no idea if we were even going in the right direction. Eventually one of our guides decided to give us one of their phones and leave us in the middle of the woods as they went off on their own to try and find the Jeep. Which I'm pretty sure is the pinnacle of what you're not supposed to do in a horror movie. And yeah, I knew they knew the road was north of where we were, and were going to use the phone locator app once they had found the Jeep to get back to us, but still, we were stuck standing in the middle of the pitch-black woods for 30 minutes, just standing there, waiting. Thankfully, our guides did return and got us back to camp safely, but I still have nightmares sometimes about being lost in the dark woods. I hope you liked my maybe scary stories of my time in Australia. If you did, you might also enjoy the story about the time the power went out right before our live show. Or if you want to leave a comment, let me know what your Halloween costume is. I hope you all have a great Halloween. Until next time, bye!